Real estate investing is an exciting and confusing industry. With tons of laws on things you can and cannot do, it's important to educate yourself on the details.
I actually began my career doing tax returns for the rich and famous in Beverly Hills. The IRS actually issued a revenue ruling that kind of gave birth to this whole industry and allowed the DST, or the syndicated real estate offering, to qualify for Section 1031 exchange. Many of our clients come to us and they say, why haven't we heard about DSTs before? So what we would like to do today is introduce you to an entirely new concept in real estate investing that combines the power of Section 1031 exchange and the Delaware Statutory Trust, also known as the DST. So a DST is not only an investment vehicle to invest in institutional grade properties, but it's also the only way that you can invest in real estate on a tax deferred basis without being a landlord. Because the identification rules for 1031 exchange allow you to go into multiple properties, and because the investment minimums for the DST is as low as $100,000, we can diversify an investor into multiple properties, multiple asset classes like multifamily, these beautiful Class A multifamily properties, best of class, maybe 300 to 500 unit new constructed apartment complexes, or maybe even to a single offering with as many as 20 to 30 triple net retail stores like Walgreens and CVS and Walmart, for example.
Yeah, there's three basic premises for an exchange. When you give up ownership of property, it has a certain value. And with an exchange, you need to replace that full value. Well, that value is typically made up of two things: the amount of cash that comes from a sale and the amount of debt on the property. So to fully replace an investment, you got to replace that value and put all the cash back in. And if you're replacing that full value, you got to come up with the rest of the money to buy the property. So normally you're going to get more debt again. So on the sales side, there's cash and debt. And basically, to replace that full value, you got to put all the money back in and go borrow more money on the replacement side.
For a 1031 exchange, ideally you're looking for a stable asset, stable income, growth potential, and most regular folks wouldn't know where to find that property. And so they need someone to source the property for them, to conduct the due diligence, to negotiate the loan, to manage the property. It's a turnkey investment. It's a calling. You have to really have a knack. You have to have a thirst for finding the real estate, financing the real estate, managing the real estate, working within this structure called a DST, and making all the pieces and parts work together. DSTs are sold like securities. They are a security. They're like stocks and bonds, and they're sold through a private placement memorandum, which is essentially a disclosure document. It describes the sponsor, the property, the financing, the market. Anything that is relevant to that property and that offering will be fully disclosed in great detail in the private placement memorandum. And that makes it easy to study a property.
Well, because of Cornerstone's extensive experience over 20 years, we have deep relations with all the sponsors, as well as we've been through two major economic recessions. We've learned an incredible amount of lessons about real estate investments, and we have deep knowledge of the tax law, both in structuring your 1031 exchange coming into it and also out of the investment, but also how to shelter that cash flow from federal and state income tax.
If you'd like more information on how a 1031 exchange could help you, visit their website, cornerstonedst.com, or watch this segment again at InsideTheBlueprint.com.